Hey parents, greetings. We are so excited. It's conference time and we are here to celebrate fourth grade progress. There's a lot to celebrate. And here I am holding 2 pennies. And what in the world do they have to do with reading fluency? Well, we can smell them. Let's see. They have a good scent. Yep, they do. Pennies aren't worth much though. You know, it takes a lot of pennies to buy a car or do anything like that. What do they have in common with reading fluency? I know. Sense. Good readers are driven by their sense. And so when you're reading, you're always thinking, does this reading make sense? And if it doesn't make sense, what do? You fix it up. You do things like you have expression, you stop at periods, and sometimes you change some of the little words. It doesn't matter if it doesn't affect the sense of it all. So we're going to listen to the 4th graders read. Here we go.
Beep, beep, beep. Anne's alarm clock rang out with a deafening screech. It was 9 a.m. and much too early for Anne to be awake on a Saturday. As he lazily sat up and reached for the clock to turn it off, he realized what day it was. His birthday! He rubbed his eyes and stumbled out of bed. The smell of blueberry pancakes hit him as he clambered downstairs, which finally woke him up.
The janitor is the person who helps keep the school clean. Every morning, students come from all over and walk into the school building. The building can get dirty, especially when a lot of people go into it. The janitor sweeps and mops the floor so that the dirt brought in gets cleaned up.
Ryan knew something about disappointment. He had time to play commentator because nobody really wanted him to play tag. He never understood why, but when he joined the game, nobody would chase him. If he did somehow manage to become it, nobody would run, but he didn't try to play. If he just narrated the game, he wouldn't be left out. He was still playing tag, he was just playing in a different way.
Go ahead.
Outside the window, Oscar saw a billboard that said, "When you want ham, buy Stinson ham." Soon after, there was another billboard that said, "Turn left for Bronson's Apple Orchard." After that, there were several billboards about Uncle Bucky's Supreme Fireworks Shack. A few hundred feet past that, he saw another one advertising a hamburger restaurant called Stuckey's. The hamburger on the sign had turned green. Oscar's face had turned green too.
Jeremy couldn't believe his luck. The morning of his 6th grade field trip to the Rose Center for Earth and Space at the Museum of Natural History, he felt ill. This can't be, he thought. Science is my favorite subject, and I'm not going to be able to go to the museum, Mr. Conley and my friends. He pleaded with his parents to let him go to school anyway, but they were firm in their refusal. The sooner you rest at home, the sooner you'll get better, his mother said. Don't be so hard on yourself, champ, his father said. We can always go another time.
Cut it out.
One day I got a curious letter in the mail. I had never seen anything like it. I didn't recognize the address, but it seemed to be from the government. I opened it. The letter said that I had to appear in the court for jury duty on May 23rd. I was excited. I was eager to learn more about how court works. I might even get to serve on a jury.
As the head of the family, I had many decisions to make about how my husband and I spend our money. We need to figure out a way to get the most out of what we make at our jobs. Currently, my family is trying to decide whether or not to get a car. There are many factors involved in making this decision.
My family includes 3 people. Me, my husband, and our son. Both my husband and I work during the week. I am a doctor and he is a teacher. We both work near our house and need to get to our office in the morning and come back at night. Our son goes to school every day and plays sport and sees his friends after school. A car would help us get to all of these places quickly and easily.
It is coming.
After Springer had recovered, scientists decided that they should return the orca to the ocean. Before releasing her, they attached a radio transmitter to Springer. The radio allows scientists to track her.
biggest of all penguins, the emperor penguin, is almost 3.5 feet tall. That is almost as tall as the average first grader. They could weigh up to 88 pounds. Incredibly, emperor penguins breed on the ice in Antarctica during winter. They face temperatures of minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit or below. After the female lays an egg, the male keeps the egg warm and protects it for a period of 2 months, during which time he doesn't eat at all. The female makes a hunting trip for those 2 months, sometimes traveling up to 50 miles to reach the ocean. When she returns, she regurgitates food for the chick, and then the male goes and finds food for himself. In the wild, emperor penguins live 15 to 20 years. Also, they have the deepest dive of all birds, up to 1,850 feet.
Beep, beep, beep. Aiden's alarm clock rang out with a deafening screech. It was 9 a.m. and much too early for Aiden to be awake on a Saturday. As he lazily sat up and reached for the clock to turn it off, he realized what day it was. His birthday. He rubbed his eyes and stumbled out of bed. The smell of blueberry pancakes hit him as he clambered downstairs, which finally woke him up.
The second largest penguin is called the king penguin. The king penguin can weigh up to 30 pounds. During breeding, like the emperor penguin, a king penguin keeps its egg warm on its feet under a pouch of loosened skin. However, king penguins tend to live in slightly warmer climate. The emperor penguin, they choose beaches without snow or ice to lay their eggs. The king penguin has a very distinct color with orange highlight on its head, beak, neck, and upper breast.
Cool. Mason, let's go. Here we go.
Oscar did not want ham. He did not want to go apple picking, and he certainly did not want a green hamburger. He did want some fireworks, but he doubted his parents would stop for that. You're not allowed to have fireworks in the car, not on a road trip anyway. That is because fireworks are tons of fun, and road trips are the most boring thing in the world.
Jeremy couldn't believe his luck. The morning of the sixth grade field trip to the Rose Center for Earth and Space at the Museum of Natural History, he fell ill. This can't be, he thought. Science is my favorite subject, and I'm not going to be able to go to the museum with Mr. Connolly and my friends. He pled with his parents to let him go to school anyways, but they were filled with their rest fields. So the sooner you rest at home, the sooner you get better, his mother said. Don't be so hard on yourself, champ, his father said. We can go always another time. The farmer woke up just as the sun crested his window. Rays of light poured over his face. His eyelids cracked open. The farmer lifted his rough, powerful hands to his face and began to rub away the last of his dreams. Yawning, he pushed himself up onto his bottom and shook his head. His hair was a mess. He swung his legs off the bed, rose to his feet, straightened out his body, and shot his arms into the air, stretching this way and that. It was time to start dipping.
One day I got a curious letter in the mail. I had never seen anything like it. I didn't recognize the address, but it seemed to be from the government. I opened it. The letter said that I had to appear in court for jury duty on May 23rd. I was excited. I was eager to learn
more about how courts work, I might even get to serve on
Tag, I admit. Tuesday, 12:45, recess. The game is tag. The stakes are high. There is no time to waste. Ryan says this to himself under his breath on the edge of the jungle gym were kids playing. Public library is the most famous library in New York City. When the main branch was opened in 1911, it had a collection of over 1 million books. Outside the main building, 2 giant stone lions guarded the entrance. Since the library is over 100 years old, bringing new technology is not easy.
Sweet.
Got a curious letter in the mail. I had never seen anything like it. I didn't recognize the address, but it seemed it be from the government. I opened it. The letter said that I hope I appear in court for jury duty on May 23rd. I was excited. I was eager to learn more about how courts work. I might even get to serve on a jury.
A few years later, or maybe just an hour, Georgia was asleep and Oscar was about to explode. At least that's how it felt. He wondered if a kid could explode from boredom. It would certainly live up the car ride. He looked at his sister, curled up on the other side of the back seat. He didn't know how anyone could sleep that way. That way. The farmer woke up